Jose Aldo needs to stay in the UFC. After the performance he put on against Jonathan Martinez at UFC 301, there was no reason for him to leave whatsoever. He pieced up Martinez through all 3 rounds, and it proved to show that it was a vintage Aldo performance, dicing him up with leg kicks and proving that he's a better boxer compared to the prospect of Martinez. And for Aldo to be gone 2 years and do what he did is honestly just fantastic. But after coming off such a high, now it begs the question for Jose Aldo. Will he re-sign with the UFC? His contract has just expired, and there's several other organizations that should be interested in his signature. There's many routes he can take, many of them being with the likes of him doing influencer boxing or crossover boxing. They'll be more than happy to give him a nice chunk of change of money there. And even with the PFL or BKFC, there are different organizations that are starting out, but you know damn well they will pay this former champion a good chunk of cash. But just look at what PFL did with Francis Ngannou. They paid him millions and millions of dollars to get him there. And Aldo is one of the most decorated champions in UFC history. He held the featherweight title twice. He defended it in 7 different occasions. And the King of Rio's resume speaks for himself. He defeated Frankie Edgar twice, Chad Mendes twice, even beat the Korean zombie Renato Moicano and Marlon Vera. And Aldo's won 4 of his last 5 fights. And the only person he lost to in those last 5 fights was Merab Dvalishvili, who is currently the #1 contender in the bantamweight division. And their fight was close, and Aldo was stuffing all of Merab's takedowns, and Merab was struggling with Aldo for a bit on the feet. If Jose brought just a little bit more aggression against Merab, he probably could have won that fight. So if he's willing to go toe-to-toe with the #1 ranked guy, we could probably see some better matchups between him and Corey Sandhagen, or even him against Umar Nurmagomedov, or better yet, put him against the UFC bantamweight champion of the world in Sean O'Malley. You're telling me that fight wouldn't be fantastic? Just the striking expertise between both guys, attacking the feet and just precisely throwing punches and attacking the body, that would be so much fun to see. And there's so much more opportunities for Aldo in the UFC roster than going elsewhere. If he fights in Brazil in a crossover fight, he's probably going to make just as much in the UFC. With all that said, I think Jose Aldo should stay in the UFC. But let me know what you all think. Should Jose stay or should he go? And if he goes, where will he go? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways, good game, boys. Catch you later. Deuces.